Law and Numbers is an international tax lawyer network represented in 10 countries. We will present you today some bilateral topics. Paul from Hungary and Christoph from Germany will present the creation of a subsidiary in Hungary by a German investor.
Paul, I have a German corporate client who would be interested in investing into a subsidiary in Hungary. What are the local tax aspects of an Hungarian entity? Could you please explain a little bit?
Hungary has the lowest corporate income tax in Europe, which is 9%. Therefore, the company can enjoy this 9% corporate income tax rate. Other than this, it is important to mention that an additional 2% tax is levied on the basis of the municipality where the company is located, which can go up to 2%, and it is not based on the profit, but on an adjusted turnover of the company. How would the shareholder be taxed?
That's very interesting with a 9% tax level. Unfortunately, I have to pour a little bit of water into the good Hungarian wine. On the German side, we have to look very clear that we don't fall into the German CFC rules. Otherwise, the income would be taxed additionally on the German level of the shareholder. But I think if we create a substance and invest in a good structuring, we can avoid this German Foreign Tax Act consequences. And what would be the consequence if the profit of the Hungarian entity would be transferred to Germany? On the Hungarian side, are there any taxes?
I can tell you very good news on that as well, because Hungary doesn't levy withholding tax, neither interest, nor royalty, nor on dividend, which means that the distribution can be made to the German company without any further tax consequences. Let it be a partnership, let it be an entity, and no withholding tax is levied regardless of the country of the recipient. It can be a German shareholder, but it can be a shareholder even in a tax haven country. And what about of the taxation of the dividends at the hands of the German shareholder?
If we have a corporate shareholder in Germany, the company would enjoy the participation exemption, which would mean that the dividend would only be taxed at a rate of more or less 1.5% in Germany. Whereas if the shareholder receives royalty income or interest income, it would be subject to full taxation in Germany, which means more or less 30% in total corporate income tax and trade tax. Another question, would it be possible for the Hungarian entity to invest in German real estate?
Well, it would be surely possible and also beneficial from a tax perspective. Based on the Hungarian-German double tax treaty, any income that is realized on the alienation or on the lease of the property is tax-free in Hungary. Therefore, it is exempt from any taxes. Other than this, as just described previously, if the Hungarian company distributes that income that it receives from the lease, it will also be tax exempt at the level of the Hungarian entity. It means that basically no tax will be levied in Hungary on that income. And what about from a German side? Would it be taxable in Germany?
Yes, Paul, you already mentioned the Hungarian-German double taxation treaty. And under the treaty, both the rental income and also the future gain from the sale of the property would be taxable in Germany. And the Hungarian company would be subject to 15% German income tax. And according to a recent decision of the German Federal Tax Court, it's still possible to create a structure which makes sure that no German trade tax will apply, which would be another 15%. But it has been accepted that such no PE structures, meaning no permanent establishment in Germany structures, would benefit from the exemption from the German trade tax. But taking into account the requirements in terms of substance and infrastructure, are there any special requirements on the Hungarian side?
If you establish a company in Hungary, then you need to get it registered with the Hungarian courts. Upon the registration, the Hungarian entity receives its Hungarian tax residence, And regardless of any substance or any presence in Hungary, the company that is incorporated and registered in Hungary will receive the Hungarian tax residency certificate. And what are the other requirements by the German tax authority? What will the German tax authority will need in terms of the presence of the Hungarian company?
Yeah, on the German side, it's really important to make sure that there is enough substance in Hungary, which means you will need infrastructure like an office in Hungary. You will need staff, qualified staff, which is authorized to do the day-to-day business, and also to make sure that the effective place of management of the Hungarian company is really located in Hungary rather than in Germany. So if there are German board members, they really should travel to Hungary for the board meetings. And so it would be possible to combine traveling to the wonderful city of Budapest, for example, and benefiting from the positive tax landscape in Hungary, and also to enjoy the Hungarian wine during the board meetings or afterwards, to benefit from the tax climate in Hungary.
You are more than welcome. Thank you, Christoph.
Thank you, Paul.